Hey guys, and welcome back to World War II Solitaire board game channel. Another week, another game of D-Day dice. So as you know, last episode we completed the last map of D-Day Dice 2nd edition, the base game, which includes 12 really fun maps. However, they're all being cleared, so we now move on to the expansion. We go to the first expansion pack, which is Way to Hell. So Way to Hell has 4 new modules, and we're gonna play all of those 4 new modules, and just not to complicate things too much, we're gonna play it on Omaha Beach, which is a relatively non-complicated map. So the 4 modules that are introduced in Way to Hell, besides the extra battle maps and extra specialists and so on, is gonna be, I'll play all of them, and the first one is this one, A Way to Hell, or Way to Hell, which is basically you're going in this little speedboat, zoom, on your way to the beach. So we're gonna be playing that one, and we're gonna discuss them further when we get to them. So basically you have, it's a completely new mini game, and you have your new turn sequence and helper card. And the second module is a new nation, which is this one. Looks like that, a pink one, and I can't remember, the name is SHAEF, I think, something like that. Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Forces, something like that. I can't remember the name, to be honest. It's just basically a new nation which consists of all the Western Allied nations. And you have new RWBs with that, as you can see here. You have new dice. The red ones are replaced by 2 pink dice. And yeah, you have your new specialists with that as well. Your country-specific specialist, and also a new unit die. Let's see, what do we have more? We have golden dice. So the golden dice are normally plastic ones like that, but of course I have a metal one as well, and they're very simple. So the first two, these first two I would call, or more actually, I would say that the Way to Hell and the special missions, they're active modules. Well, I would call, okay, so there's actually 5 modules. I would say 3 of them are inactive. So the new nation, that's very easy to add. The golden dice is also very easy to add. All it does is it's gonna add 1 item, the supply bag, at the end of phase 1, roll a gold die, reroll skulls if you wish, and add it to the final tally of any unit, including yours. And you also have a specialist, which is going to be the general. So he lets you, all units, replace one of their dice with a gold die. And then you also have an award, I believe, which will give you a gold die. And basically gold die is just a normal die, except they take any color that you want. So here we have a golden courage, and it can be red, white, or blue, whatever we want. So those are very easy to add. It's basically like adding the supply dice, very easy. And then the third, what I would call inactive module, are war heroes. So the sharpshooter is a good example. So we have the normal sharpshooter here, may ignore 1 skull in your final tally. However, then we have 3 war heroes. And keep in mind that not all of these are included in Way to Hell. Some of these have been added from the mini expansions, like reinforcements and spoils of war. So anyway, then you have the second war hero, which is Melvin Biddle, may ignore the negative effect of 1 skull in your final tally, just like the sharpshooter. However, gain 1 soldier when you ignore a skull this way. So he's a little bit better than a sharpshooter. And then you have the third one, which is Matt Urban. Up to 2 soldiers may be ignored when in a sector with machine gun fire. And then you have Mikio Hasemoto. You can sacrifice him to permanently add this effect to your current sector. All units can ignore skulls here. So these ones are pretty good because they're only 2 stars, so they cost exactly as much as the sharpshooter. However, when you recruit them, you're gonna have to pay the stars, and you have to lose 1 soldier. So they're still a little bit more expensive. However, then there are some war heroes that's gonna cost more than your traditional ones. For example, we have the sharpshooter here, the corporal. The corporal lets you reroll 1 die in your final tally. He costs 2 stars, but the war heroes cost 3. So they're a little bit more expensive, and then of course you also have to lose 1 soldier. Reroll 1 die in your final tally. If you roll a skull, you may reroll again. Cannot reroll a locked die. Reroll 1 die in your final tally, even a locked die. So they're a little bit better than the corporal, however they are more expensive. So I think that's a great little module, because you can add it. It doesn't really add any complexity to the game or anything like that. It doesn't make it, you know, more complicated. It doesn't make it more flimsy. There's just another option when you're recruiting. It adds player choice. I think that's great. I can see, however, that many of those war heroes are tailored towards playing in co-op. And, you know, for example, the sharpshooter here, which we spoke of, you can sacrifice him to permanently add the effect of ignoring skulls in this sector. That's not really going to help out one person at all. There's no reason whatsoever to sacrifice him for a person that's playing single player. That's my only, I guess, my only little complaint with D-Day dice, that it's sometimes the rules are written as if you're playing co-op. Many of the items, awards, RWBs, specialists are tailored towards co-op. I really wish this game had more focus on solo, because I can guarantee that the majority of people play this solo. Okay, so we discussed the first active module, which is Way to Hell. We discussed the 3 inactive modules, which is the New Nation, the Golden Dice, and the new war heroes. And then there is one last module, and that's also something I would like to call an active module, and that's special missions. So you draw 2 of these randomly, and I have added new special missions also from a mini expansion pack. I think it might be Spoils of War or Reinforcements, probably Spoils of War. So there's a few more missions here than normally there would be. Anyway, you draw 2 at random, and then you choose one of them. And it's going to be a requirement, like you need to get the Beachmaster and 3 white results, and then you sacrifice them during phase 2. And you lose those things, and you gain a field promotion at random, which is going to give you a positive effect, and 1 award at random. So adding Way to Hell and special missions, that's going to make the game more complicated, and it's also going to make the game take a little bit more longer. It also, in my opinion, is going to make the game harder. Adding the 3 inactive modules, which is the War Heroes and the New Nation and the Golden Dice, is not going to make the game more complicated, but it is going to make it a little bit easier. Alright, so now I've been jabbering on for quite long. I feel my mouth going dry, so we're going to start playing. We're starting on this map, and you get a naval specialist. And you get the one that, you know, fits your nation. So since we're playing the pink one, we get the pink naval specialist. They're all unique. With the pink one, reroll 1 die in your final tally. Cannot reroll a locked die. Then we go ahead and set our resources to 30 soldiers, 12 courage, and 20 item points. So the soldiers represent the soldiers on board. The courage is the courage of my ship's mate who's controlling this ship. And the item points is the ship itself. It's the integrity of the ship, how much damage I can take before I sink. And then we gather up all of our ranking specialists, not the war heroes, because if you look at the back of the war heroes, you see they are not named as ranking specialists, they're called ranking war hero. So depending on how many expansion packs you have, you're gonna have around 4 to 6 ranking specialists. So we get the drill sergeant I think he's from Way to Hell, but the general is definitely from Way to Hell. So we have 6 of these, and they are also passengers on our ship, so we set them with us. We cannot use them right now, but they're just passengers. And when we roll now, if we roll a courage, we lose a courage. If we roll a soldier, we lose a soldier. If we roll a star, we're fine, but if we ever get up to 3 stars, because they do accumulate, we lose one of those ranking specialists, or the naval one. Get 2 soldiers, we lose 2 soldiers. If we get an item tool, we lose an item point, and it's the same here as you can see on our helper card. If we get 4 of those, we lose 12 item points. Not good. Let's see, if we get a skull, nothing happens. So now we actually want skulls, but that's not enough. We have RWB bonuses. 3 skulls, stray bullet, lose 1 passenger, 3 stars, direct hit, 8 item points. So you really do not want to get any stars here. We need a total of 1, 3, 6, 10 courage to make it up the beach, and we only have 12. So we also have to be really careful with our courage. We don't want to lose too much courage. I think we are gonna start on the left side, and we begin our game by rolling as always. We have to lock 2 of these dice, and I'm gonna go ahead and lock the stars. I don't mind very much the stars, to be honest. I think I'll save these 2, and then re-roll these 2. Of course, skulls are gonna be the best thing we can get. I'll re-roll this one, and we got a 3rd star. It's still not an RWB though, so we're good. Okay, so let's adjust our unit card. We lose 2 soldiers, we go to 28. And then we lose 1 item points, we go to 19. 3 stars, and they do accumulate. So with those 3 stars, we have to lose 1 of our specialists. And I think we're gonna go with Scavenger. During phase 1, replace 1 of your RWB dice with a supply die that has no color. If it shows a soldier, it cannot be re-rolled. Okay, so I'm not really a fan of him, so he's been lost. We cannot recruit him later in the game. Oh yeah, we also have the lieutenant, of course, but I don't want to lose him, so let him stay there, but it is an option. Okay, so after we've done this, we're gonna suffer casualties according to the defense of the sector we're in. Sector 1 has a defense value of 0, but for every ship, and keep in mind it's a co-op game, so there could be more ships in a sector, so for every ship there is a +1. So that 0 turns into 1, so we lose 1 more soldier. And now, before we move on, is phase 3, which is shelling. You roll 2d6, and if that number is the same as the one in your sector, you lose a lot of stuff. You're gonna lose 8 item points and 2d6 of soldiers. So it's really, really bad, and I'm gonna say this with this game. It's a lovely little mini game to prepare you for playing the beach, but I don't think it's very fitting for my videos, because sometimes you make it with no problems and you have a little bit of an advantage, and sometimes you just die before you even get to the beach. And there is not much that you can do besides locking those dice. Everything is random. So it's just, I like to do it when I play on my own, but I don't think I'm gonna use this module as we're going ahead playing the new maps of War Heroes. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll for the shelling. And roll a 6, so the shelling is in this sector for this turn, so we made it. Now we have to move, so we go ahead and move into this sector, and we spend 1 courage doing so, so we go from 12 to 11. And now phase 5 is mines, however there's only mines in these 2 sectors, so we can currently ignore that. And we roll again. And this time we got 1 skull, so that's good. And I think I'll save that too, because that means we are not going to get any RWBs, hopefully. I was hoping for a skull, but I'll save the blue one, and then we'll roll again. And then I'll re-roll this one with my ship's mate. Okay, so we gain 2 more stars, so we're up to 5. We lose 1 item point, 1 soldier, and then we have 2 stars. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now we do our attack defense. It's a 1 in defense value plus 1, that's 2. We are down to 24 soldiers. So now it's the shelling, and this is a very bad area, 4, 7, or 10. And roll a 6, so we are lucky indeed. So no shelling for us, just pure luck. Just pure luck. And then it's the movement, so we go ahead and move, and we move into this sector now. There is mines there, but this one is such a big risk of getting into that shelling, so it's kind of worth it. We have to spend 2 courage. We go from 11 to 9 courage. Okay, we move in, and as there is a mine, we roll 1d6 first for the soldiers that we lose. And we only lose 1. And then we roll again for item points. And we lose 5, so we go from 18 to 13. Perfect. And then we have a new turn, so we roll our dice again. And that's not a very good roll. We'll go with that and roll again. I'll have to go with this and re-roll the courage. Don't want to lose courage at all. And yeah, I'll think I'll accept that. That's going to be 3 item points. It's okay. All right, so we lose 3 soldiers. We go down to 20. We lose 3 item points. We go down to 10, and that's it. We have the shelling. Before that, we should lose 2 soldiers, 1 defense plus 1. So we go down to 18 soldiers. And then we roll for shelling, hope that we do not get a 9 or an 11. We roll a 3, so we're good. And then we go to movement. So we move up, and this time we spend 3 courage. So we're now down to 6. We still have not lost any courage. And there's no mines in that sector, so we go to the next turn. For the last time on the sea map, we roll our dice. By the way, I'm just gonna say, if we would lose the ship, that's if all the item points get to 0, that means the ship has broken down. Or if we lose all the courage, that means the ship's mate, he panics and he drops the ramp wherever we are. If that happens in one of these dark blue sectors, we die because we drown. It's deep sea. However, if it happens in one of these 5 front sectors or north sectors, we're okay because we can wade through the water here. However, it's going to have some complications to it. You know, if we're not in the ship, we're going to be stuck for 1 turn as we are reorganizing our soldiers. So we're stuck for 1 turn, can't move, and it's going to, you know, drain our soldiers, and we're not going to need courage to move, but it's going to drain our soldiers and our specialists. It's going to be a very heavy price. You don't really want that to happen. You want to make it to the beach. But again, as long as it doesn't happen in the dark blue water, you're okay. Okay, rolling 1 last time. And we're gonna go with those stars and the item tool, and then we roll again. Gosh, okay. Not a perfect roll. I'll re-roll. And I'm contemplating wherever to re-roll this with my ship's mate, but I think it's too dangerous because if I get a star, that's going to be a RWB. I'm losing 8 item points and I'm going to be dead, or the ship's going to be destroyed. Okay, so we'll go with that. 2 stars, we're up to 7, so we have to lose 1 more specialist, and I think this time we'll lose the combat photographer. Sacrifice your final tally to photograph it. Next turn, do not reroll any dice. So we get rid of him. And let's see here. Then we have 1 courage. We're down to 5. And 2 tools. That's 3 item points. So we are down to 7. So if we take a direct hit now from the shrapnel or the shelling, we're done for. Okay, and then we have 4 defense plus 1. So we go from 18 to 13 soldiers. And now we only have the shelling left, and then we're, done with this. Let's hope we don't roll a 5. Ooh, close call. We roll a 4. So again, it's just pure luck. Many times that I play this, I'm shelled twice, and if you're shelled twice, it's game over. There's no way that you're gonna be able to win it. It's just pure luck. Okay, we made it. We now do our last movement, and the movement is gonna be onto the beach. So this is actually how you're supposed to put these maps out. You're supposed to connect it with the beach map that you're playing. So you can only play it with beach maps that actually have this water down at the bottom. But since I'm filming, I wanted everything to fit on the screen, so I just put it on top of the map itself. You can do it any way you want. It doesn't change anything. Okay, so we spend 4 courage and we move up. We are now down to 1 courage and we have made it to the beach. Okay, cool. So we get rid of this. We put it aside. We're done with it. And we take a look at our map here. So what you do now is you ignore the starting resources of the map. You keep your soldiers. You also keep your courage and any awards that you won if you rolled a straight. So you can still earn awards out on the water. However, we did not earn any award. We reset our stars to 0 and our item points to 0. All right. Then we discard our ship's mate or naval specialist because he's not going to join us on the beach. And we can choose now, we can exchange him for either 3 soldiers or 2 courage. If we're playing with the War Stories expansion, we can also choose to replace him with a serviceman. I am gonna choose 2 courage points. I think that's a better trade radio than 3 soldiers. And then he's out of the game, so we remove him just like we removed the map. We add the surviving ranking specialists to the pool, and I lost 2 of them. So I lost the combat photographer and the scavenger. So I still have the colonel, the captain, the drill sergeant, and the general, and of course the lieutenant. And in my mind, I could have also lost. What's his name? The general, which is the golden die stuff. Because to be honest, I mean the golden die is a nice little module, but I don't really see myself using that very often at all. Okay, and then the final thing is we put our unit marker, our nice little pink unit marker on the map. And we remove the ship that transported us. So you can see here now that we have a clear advantage. We have 13 soldiers instead of 3. We have 3 courage instead of 0. Sorry, 13 soldiers instead of 4. So we have 9 more soldiers, 3 more courage than we would have had if we would have just started on the map. However, that's just pure luck. So again, I think it's a really fun. I'm using it when I'm playing on my own, but recording, I think it's just gonna be adding some time to the recordings. I'm not sure I'm gonna use it very often. We'll see. Our disadvantage though is that we have 2 ranking specialists less. However, those are 2 ranking specialists that I never recruit, so I don't see it as very much of a disadvantage. Okay, so before we go on, head out on our mission, we're gonna draw 2 random special missions, and let's do it like this, so you can see that they're really random, and I'm not cheating. 1, 2. So we need to decide on one of those. The first one is we need to get the decoy, 2 regular items, and 2 special items. That seems easy enough. Second one is we need to get the colonel or the general. That's going to be expensive because the colonel is 4 stars, the general is 5. Plus the binoculars, which are 10 item points. And then the strategic map. And the strategic map is not one of your standard items, so I believe it might be a special item. And what you do then is that you find it. Okay, it's not a special item, so it's a regular item, I guess. Yes, with one of those bullet signs. It's 7 item points. Change the color of 1 die in your final tally, but not its result. So what you do then, if I would choose that mission, is you add that, and then you remove a card which costs at least as much as that. So if I added this, I could, for example, go ahead and remove the mine detector, which costs 7 item points. Okay, so let's see here. This one, 2 special items. That's a little bit odd. Again, it feels like I wish D-Day dice were tailored to solo, because when you play single player, you have no special items. You only have regular items, and then you're allowed to add 1 special item with the bullet icon, or you're allowed to add 1 special item. So anyway, I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna choose this one still, because it's just 2 stars and this one is 4. Or maybe we'll go with that one, it's just simpler. And we'll add the strategic map and remove the mine detector. So I think that's the mission we're gonna go with. And the binoculars are already in our option, and then we use the parachute flare as usual, and we remove the mine detector from the game. So again, we're gonna get to draw one of these field promotions if we complete our objective. If we don't complete our objective, we'll fail the game. Okay, so I'll put that right there, not to forget it. And now we can start playing. Okay, so I want to get stars. I'm going to get the drill sergeant to rally up troops. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the captain. I'm going to have to get the, I think the colonel is the better bet because he's just 4 stars. And keep in mind that I don't need to sacrifice him early on. You know, I can do it when I'm approaching the bunker. I'm going to need the scout and the hero. Oh man, let's just start with the point man because he makes us be able to stay 1 turn extra in the sector, and of course we do not get any stars. That's just great. Let's see, with this one, panic. Oops, we should also get rid of this. With the new nation, if I get a battle cry, I gain 4 soldiers. If I gain 3 skulls, I gain 15 item points. Plus 5, that's 20. So I don't get any stars from that. So there is no RWB here that gives me stars. So I'm not going to keep playing with this nation. This is not a good nation. I'm going to stick with the Americans. So let's see. I guess I'll just go with the courage then. Might as well. Well, I got 1 star, 2 soldiers. So I'll stick with the. Nah, I'll reroll. Hope for another star. Well, that's crap. That's real crap. Okay, I'll cancel the soldier with the skull. We gain 1 star and 3 courage. We're up to 6. We adjust our unit die and we lose 3 soldiers. We're down to 10. And then we go again and hope for more stars. That's 1 star, and I guess I'll hard one. I'll go with the courage actually. Nah, this time I'll go with the soldier because I can get an RWB if I reroll the if I lock the blue ones. Okay. Well, well, well. Not very happy with my rolling, but it is what it is. I get 2 stars, we're up to 3. I gain 1 item point, and 5 soldiers, we're up to 15. We adjust our unit die, and I'm gonna recruit the point man. And we have 2 war heroes, so sacrifice to save 1 extra turn in your sector, ignore machine gun fire. During the extra turn, your sector's defense is reduced by 2. So he's definitely better than the point man because he costs 2 stars. This one costs 2 stars. So I'll go with John Robert Fox. And then I'm just gonna cancel them out. So I'll get him for 2 stars. And then we take, let's see here. During the extra turn, your sector's defense is reduced by 2. Okay, so we take 3 hits, we go down to 12. And then we sacrifice our war hero so we can stay, we don't have to adjust the die this turn. And yeah, I lose 1 soldier because I got the war hero. I got 1 star. At least. That RWB is gonna give me 4 soldiers. It's not very good, but I think I'm gonna have to take it. And I got a damn skull. Okay, so the skull is gonna cancel those 2 soldiers. The RWB gives me 4 soldiers, so we're up to 15. Then we gain 3 courage, we're up to 9. 1 star, we're up to 2. So this time we don't adjust the unit die thanks to sacrificing the point man. However, in combat now we don't take 3 hits. Let's see here, he said your def is reduced by 2, so we only take 1 hit, so we're down to 14. Okay, and then we roll 1 last time in this sector, and I really hope we could get some stars. Wow. No stars to be seen. I'll go with these 2. Or maybe I should go with these 2, hope for that RWB of a battle cry. 1 star. I'm gonna reroll all of them. Wow. Haven't rolled this crappy in a very long time. So we gain 1 star, 2 courage, 1 soldier, and 3 item points. We're up to 4. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the scout now. So again, we have the choice here between add 1 tool to your final tally. This has no color, or Scout Tommy Prince, add a blue tool to your final tally. Let's see, the special find gives me 2 courage. I think I'll go just with the ordinary scout, not to have to lose that 1 soldier. So we're down to 1 soldier. Or actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna get the scout. I am gonna get for 3 item points. I am gonna get the drill sergeant. So he's gonna help me recruit. And I'm not sure we're gonna have time, but we'll see about it. Okay, so this time we adjust our unit die. We should have done that. And now we have to move on. So we move up. We spend 1 courage. We have 10. And then we set it to the black shield. We take 6 hits, so we're now down to 9 soldiers. Not very good. And we roll again. And keep in mind, we're getting +1 star now. Well, we got that 1 star. I'm gonna have to go with those 2 soldiers because we're getting low on men. Got another star at least. Ah. Crap. okay, we're gonna have to cancel one of the stars. So we gained 1 star. We got an RWB fresh troops, that's 5 soldiers with this nation. And then 6 more soldiers, we're up to 20. Okay, we adjust, oh yeah, we get 1 star on the map. We adjust our unit die. And this time I am gonna go ahead and recruit the scout. And we recruit him for only 1 star since we have the drill sergeant. So we're down to 1 again. And then we have to move. We move into this sector. We take 6 hits. We are down to 14. We adjust our unit die. We can only stay for 1 turn. We're looking to get item points now since we need the binoculars and the strategic map. That's 17 item points to to complete our field promotion or our special mission. We got 1. Then I'll save those 2 soldiers. And we roll again. No luck indeed. We'll save the star. Not very lucky at all. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. That's 12 item points. We go up to 16. We gain 2 stars. We're up to 3. And then we gain 3 soldiers. We're up to 17. So I'm going to recruit and I'm going to go ahead and get the minesweeper. And there's 2 of them. This one, when you move over mines, gain 1d6 item points. So I'm going to go with that one. And that's going to be 2 stars, so I'm down to 1, minus 1 soldier because it's a war hero. And then we adjust our unit die. We should have done that before we recruited. And now we're going to move. So we move up to Sector 4. We have to spend 2 courage. We're down to 8. And this time we have to suffer 8 casualties. We are down to 8 soldiers. Oh. And we don't have to roll for the mine since we have the minesweeper. And we roll a d6 to gain item points. Yeah, 5 item points. That's a good deal. So we're up to 21 now. Okay. And I would like to get the medic now. We need a medic for this sector anyway. However, we're not gonna need a hero to be able to go into that sector. Now I get the damn tools. Oh, that's horrible. That's really horrible. 3 of them, that's gonna give me with 412 item points, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. Because I'm gonna take 8 hits here, so I need soldiers. So I'll grab on to the 2 courage, I think, and keep rolling and hope for those soldiers and stars. I got 3 soldiers. I mean, that's not very good. I got an RWB here. So I think I'm going to have to go with that. Okay, so we gain battle cry 4 soldiers. Or if you move this turn, ignore all, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we gain the 4 soldiers. We're up to 12. Then we gain 3 soldiers, we're up to 15, and 4 courage, we're up to 12. We adjust our unit die, and see, I need 5, 9, 12 more courage, so I might buy an award in the future. Oh yeah, we get an item point thanks to the scout. I might keep that option just in case we run into more trouble, because it's really not going the way I would like it to. We have 1 star, there's not much we can do. There's not much, we cannot get the medic, which I want to get, so we're just gonna have to take those 8 hits. We go from 15 to 7 soldiers. Alright, let's go again, hope for stars. I'm gonna re-roll that one. That's rich. That gives me 15 item points, 20 item points. It's not, I don't think that's worth it. I mean, sure, I could save 15 soldiers with that, but right now it's not worth it because I'm running out of men here. 8 soldiers. Maybe I'll do it. 20 item points. Maybe I have to do it to be able to survive moving ahead. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'll save the soldier and the star. There we go, another star, more soldiers, and I'll reroll these. Okay, still not a good roll, but it is what it is. We gain 2 stars. We gain 6 soldiers. We go up to 13. We adjust our unit die, and we need a hero to enter this sector, so I'm gonna have to go and recruit the hero. I cannot go for the medic, it's just too risky. So 1 for 1. Okay, with this one I can also save soldiers with item points. That might come in handy actually. So perhaps I should go, that's 2 soldiers for every item point. So that's actually pretty good. Maybe I'll go with the hero then. The war hero, Eddie Murphy. Okay, so I'll lose 2 stars and 1 soldier. And then we lose 8 soldiers. We're down to 4 soldiers now. That's not good. We also gain 1 item point thanks to the scout. Let's go ahead and roll again. Finally, I'm getting some stars. Maybe I should try to get some soldiers too, otherwise it's gonna be foobar moving ahead. I'll reroll both of those actually. Yes! I got the RWB I was looking for. That gives me reinforcements. All units, including yours, gain 4 soldiers. Okay, that's hard to interpret when you're playing solo, because the solo with the RWB bonuses is you get yours and then you get what another unit gets. So if it says your unit gains 4 soldiers and another unit of your choice gains 4 soldiers, you gain 8. But when it says all units, including yours, gain 4 soldiers, it's really hard to say, well, is it also yours? I'm gonna say in this case it is, because for every nation, when you roll that reinforcements RWB, you get 8 soldiers. So there's no reason why this one shouldn't, but it's written very strange. So let's say I gain 8 soldiers, we're up to 12. I gain 3 more, we're up to 15. I gain 1 courage, 2 stars, and 1 item point. Okay, and we adjust our unit die. And this time we're gonna move on. Let's see, there is a red machine gun fire there, so we could lose something if we roll a skull. 1 specialist, and we definitely don't want to lose a specialist. So the question is, do we want to recruit something that can silence it? You have the grenadier, sacrifice to permanently silence the machine gun in your sector. All units in your sector, when this happens, gain 1 and gain 2 stars. Okay, that's actually pretty useful. I'm gonna go with that. So we'll get the war hero Maria Bursak, and that's 4 stars, so turns into 3. Also, I have to lose 1 soldier, so we'll lay her here. So we move to this sector and we immediately sacrifice the grenadier. So now we don't have to ever roll this machine gun fire. So that's pretty neat. However, we still have to take the 4 damage, so we're down to 10. We have the hero, which is required to move into this sector, and gain 2 stars. So I gain 2 stars, and it's written like this: sacrifice the permanently silenced machine gun fire in your sector, not a bunker, and gain 2 stars. Also has that explosive icon. So we have, let's see, where did I find it? The Grenadier is up here. We have recruited the Grenadier and sacrificed it, and I'm not sure if you're allowed to now recruit the other two, since this one is the one that died, but I'm gonna say we've used the Grenadier, so it's been used up, so we can't get any of them. Some parts of the rules do have some holes in the D-Day dice, but you're just gonna have to go with your own, you know, first feeling. Okay, and I took the 4 hits, so now it's time to get rolling. I hope I can get some more stars. I still want to get the medic. I need to get the sharpshooter. I need to get the colonel for this card, and the binoculars, strategic map, and so on and so on. Okay, we got 1 star. I'm gonna have to go with those 2 soldiers, I guess. And then we roll again. Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna roll again, hope for an RWB with this. Yeah! Awesome. Okay, so we get an RWB for 5 soldiers, we're up to 15. We get 6, 7, we're up to 22. 2 stars, we're up to 4. We adjust our unit die and we recruit the medic. So there are 2 war heroes now. Lose 1 less per phase. 2 less if it's phase 5, and phase 5 is movement, so that's when you're hit with minefields. And then you have this one, 2 less in a bunker or a sector next to a bunker. So that's gonna basically give me 2 soldiers if I take that one. So I'll take that one. He still only cost 4 stars. So I'll go with that one. Let's put him here. And I lose 3 stars and 1 soldier. And I get 1 item point thanks to the scout. So I think it's time to start buying some stuff now. So I'm gonna buy the binoculars for 10 item points. So we're down to 15. And then we take 4 hits, becomes 3 thanks to the medic. So we're down to 18 soldiers. Oh yeah, I gain 1 courage because we're in that specific place of the map. Okay, and we roll again. Still looking for stars. So we got 1 star, almost got an RWB. I think I'll go with that one instead. Star again, I keep rolling. Whoops, I dropped the die. Happens sometimes in the heat of war. Yeah, I got an RWB, that's nice. That's the leadership one. I think that's the first time I do that. So add 1 red result of your choice to your final tally, or all other units gain 2 stars. So I'm that other unit, so I'm gonna gain 2 stars. We're up to 3. We gain 3 more, so now we're up to 6. 4 soldiers, we're up to 22. And then 2 courage, so we're up to 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we adjust our unit die and we recruit. I want to get the sharpshooter, which is needed for the next sector. And again, we have a war hero, so gain 1 soldier when you ignore a skull. So I think I'll go with that one. This one, you can ignore up to 2 if there's machine gun fire. But I don't think that's a very good one, so I'll go with this one. Cost me 1 star and 1 soldier. Item points, I'm gonna go for the strategic map. 7 item points, we're down to 8. And then I'm gonna buy an award. A random award for 6 courage. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 10 courage remaining. We need, let's see, 9, 12 to advance on the beach, on the bunker. France and Germany star. Permanently swap the defense value of your current sector with any adjacent sector. Does not apply to fight one's sector, bunkers, or what? Does not apply to fight one's sectors, bunkers, or sectors with variable defense. Well, that's good. I can do that, for example, when I'm in this sector to swap with this one. So that's perfect. So I'll save that award. Running out of space here with all the stuff. Okay, and then we take 4 hits, becomes free with the medic. So we go down to 18 soldiers. I hope I remembered to add an item point this turn. I can't quite remember. I don't think I did, but I'm not going to do it now because that would be cheating. We rolled one last time in this sector. And I'm just going to go with the soldiers, even though I wish they were stars. And I'm going to have to go with item tools this time. Oh, we got 1 star. Okay, so we got an RWB special find, which is going to give us 2 courage. And then we gain 4 soldiers. We're up to 22. 1 star. And 3 plus scout. That's 12 item points. We're up to 20 item points. Perfect. Okay, we adjust our unit die and we're going to recruit again. We're going to recruit. We got the sharpshooter. Yes. So let's go ahead and get the colonel now. So you have the war hero and the normal one. If you get a battle cry RWB, gain 1 soldier. I'm gonna go with just the normal standard colonel for 3 stars. We're down to 3 from 6, and he's 4 stars, but 3 thanks to the drill sergeant. So we move up, and as we do, we have the sharpshooter, which is needed. We sacrifice our France and Germany star. Permanently swap the defense value of your current sector at any adjacent sector. Does not apply to fight one sectors, bunkers, or sectors with variable defense. Machine gun fire is not affected. Okay, so we're just gonna put that there to remember that we did this. So it turns into 4. So we lose 3 thanks to the medics. We go from 22 to 19 soldiers. Okay, so we have what we need now to complete our field promotion. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that right away. However, you have to wait and do it in phase 2. So you do it as you have roll all your dice and stuff, because some of them require specific dice to be rolled. We go with the, I don't think I need stars anymore, right? Maybe we'll go with the item point this time. Or maybe we'll actually go with the soldiers. I think soldiers, it's now what I need the most. Yeah, we'll keep going with the soldiers. If we're lucky, we might get 1 RWB. Very close. We should have had the captain, but we don't have him. Okay, so we are just, no, we get our stuff. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 soldiers. We go up to 26. 3 item points, thanks to the scout. And now, before we adjust our unit marker, we complete our mission. So our special mission is to get the colonel or the general. We have the colonel, plus the binoculars, plus the strategic map. So we go ahead and sacrifice them, so we lose all of these, since it was our mission to get them. And now we draw 1 field promotion and 1 award at random. So let's see what we got for all of our trouble. Purple Heart, all units may unrally one of their specialists to gain the RWB of their choice. The specialist becomes available again. So this one can be good to, you know, I can get a one that costs only one star, and you sacrifice it basically. So that's a good deal. Okay, so we'll save the Purple Heart over here. And then we have the field promotion. Draw 1 award of your choice, plus gain a reinforcements RWB. Now that's a really neat one. So we get to choose 1. One unit may move twice. Roll 3 gold dice. These results are added to your final tally of all units. So that's very powerful in a co-op game, but in a single-player game, not so much. However, I feel like maybe I should get that one just because I want to showcase this, the modules of Way to Hell, and that really proves to do that. So for you guys, I'm gonna do it. I'll draw the Croix Militaire, even though it's not very good, just for you guys. And the field promotion is, the special mission is completed, and the field promotion is spent, so we discard them, and now we adjust our unit die. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna recruit. We'll recruit someone that's cheap. Let's go ahead and get the paratrooper for 2 stars. And he actually only cost 1 star. So we recruited him. And then we used the purple heart. All units may unrally one of their specialists to gain the RWB bonus of their choice. So we used the purple heart, we discard it. And we put the paratrooper back into the pool. And then we gain the reinforcements RWB, which is 4 soldiers. We go from 26 to 34. Okay. Are you with me, guys? There's a lot of stuff happening now with the modules, and these are only 5 modules. There's like 10 or 11 more with more expansion packs. Okay, and now we have recruited. We are gonna buy something. I am gonna go ahead and buy the Bangalore Torpedo for 20 item points. See where we want to put that. Let's put it over here. And we go down to 3 item points. Okay, and we can't recruit any other specialist. So now we go to battle, and thanks to this one, we have swapped the defensive factors. It's not 8, it's 4. So we lose 3 soldiers, 1 less thanks to the medic. And it's a new turn, and now we use the blah blah blah, Croix Militaire, and roll 3 gold dice, which are added to the final tally of all units. However, we're gonna do that as we finish our rolling. Now maybe we wanna go for item points. Nah, I'll go for soldiers. I don't want more stars, to be frank. I'll go again. Okay. And now we use the Croix Militaire, roll the 3 golden dice. Wow, that's a shit roll. Okay, so we have these 3 added to our tally, and we can, let's discard this. They take any color that we want. Okay, so this one is obviously gonna be blue, since we want the blue RWB. That gives us 8 soldiers. We go up to 39 soldiers. Then we gain 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, so we're up to 46. And then we gain 1 star, 1 courage, and 6 item points, so we're up to 9 item points. Okay, let's remove the golden dice, adjust our unit die, and recruit. Maybe I want to get the captain now. I've been waiting far too long to recruit him, but... So this one will give me a soldier. The war heroes gain 1 soldier if you get a battle cry, gain 1 soldier if you get a special find. I think I'll just go with the ordinary captain. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna put these guys, which I already recruited, on the other side to remember they have already been recruited. So he's 4 stars. So that's 3 with the drill sergeant, and I'm happy. Turns into 4 defense value, so we take we take 3 hits. We go from 46 to 43. And then we'll roll one last time in this sector. I'm gonna get rid of this card because we're gonna move up now. And we got 2 soldiers. Very good. Might wanna get 1 star actually, just in case the machine gun fire hits me with one of those stars. Let's go for 2. Now I don't want stars and I'm getting them. All right, so we get an RWB here, which gives us 2 more stars. So that's 6 stars totally. 2 soldiers, we go up to 45. We adjust our unit die. And we recruit. We're gonna recruit, let's see here. I think we're gonna go with, do we have the, what's his name? I think I've turned him by mistake. Not the sharpshooter, the corporal. Oh yeah, I accidentally turned the corporal. So reroll 1 die in your final tally. If you roll a skull, you may roll again. But I think I'll just go with the normal corporal. And he's just gonna cost me 1 star. And then I'm gonna be happy. We move up ahead. And we don't hit the mines. Instead, we roll d6. We get 3 item points. We're up to 12. And then we also gain 1 more because I forgot to add the scout this turn, as I usually do. And we can only stay for 1 turn in this sector. We have to sacrifice our scout. So he's out of the game. And let's see, where are my scouts? There they are. So he's out of the game. And we take 10 hits plus machine gun fire. Machine gun is 1 soldier, and then 10 hits becomes 11, becomes 10 with the medic. We go down to 35 soldiers. Okay, let's go ahead and roll. RWB for stars again. That's gonna give me, I don't need all those stars. I'm gonna go into tools because I want item points. Maybe I can save up to get the flamethrower. Also, I need to spend 3 courage. I'm certain I didn't do that. So we're down to 10 courage. All right. I'll use the reroll 1 die in your final tally. Corporal. Okay, so we changed the color to blue with the captains. That's an RWB giving us 2 courage. And then we gain 3, that's 6 item points, we're up to 19. 5 soldiers, we're up to 40. Okay, we adjust our unit die. We move up. Oh, before we do, we recruit. We're gonna get the decoy for 2 stars. We have the normal decoy, and then this one, basically you gain 2 courage if you sacrifice the 1 you need. So you don't need to have said specialist in your unit, but if you do, gain 2 courage. So, but I don't need courage, so I'm not gonna get him. I'm just gonna get the ordinary decoy. So the ordinary decoy for me is just 1 star, thanks to the drill sergeant. And then we move up. So we ignore the mines because we have the minesweeper. And we roll a machine gun fire. It's a star. I have plenty of those, so I'm fine with that. We have to lose the medic, but we have the decoy. So instead, we go ahead and lose the decoy. And now, let's see here, there we go. Now we lose 15 soldiers. However, I use the Bangalore torpedo, so no damage is to be taken. Perfect. Okay, also I'm gonna roll a d6 for the minefield, 5 item points. We are up to 24. And that's thanks to Preminda Singh Bhagat. Ignore landmines, and when you move over them, gain 1d6 item points. Okay, and then we spend 1 turn in this sector. We're not gonna stay, I can tell you that. 15 plus 1 machine gun fire. That's nasty. Okay, let's go with the soldier and the item. Oops. Well, I mean, that's a nice RWB, but I'm not gonna need those item points. Okay, and then we use the corporal to re-roll this one. Okay, so we change the color to white with the captain. That's special find 2 courage. We're up to 14 courage now. We gain 1 more courage. We're up to 15. 6 item points. We're up to 30 item points. 3 soldiers, we're up to 43, and that's it. Okay, we adjust our unit die and we're gonna move, so we just adjust it to the movement side. We purchase the flamethrower for 20 item points, so we're down to 10. And I don't feel like I want to recruit anything. I could get the engineer and so on, but it's just, I mean, we obviously have enough soldiers to survive. Well, I could, just for fun, I could recruit the paratrooper for 1 star, sacrifice to prevent the loss of up to 6 soldiers, so that's gonna happen. So we move into the bunker. We have to pay 5 courage. We should have paid 4 here too. So let's start by paying 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 11 left. Now we pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're down to 6 courage. My apologies for forgetting to pay the 4, but you know, the minefield, the rolling of item points, the decoys, and the machine gun fire, and the Bangalores, and so on and so on and so on. So, all right, we're in the bunker now. We use the flamethrower. So we subtract 10 from the defense of the bunker. Then we use the paratrooper to sacrifice to prevent the loss of up to 6 soldiers. So it's -6. So we take 4 hits. However, there is a machine gun fire, and it's 6 soldiers. So it's the paratrooper cancels that one. It's 6 soldiers. Flamethrower turns that into 10 and becomes a 9 thanks to the medic. Ooh, the medic can still save 2 less in a bunker or a sector next to a bunker. So it's 2 less. So the 10 becomes 8. So we go from 43 to 35. And that's it. We conquered Omaha Beach with the Way to Hell expansion using all of the new modules that are included. That's perfect. Well, I gotta say now, this is not a review, it's a playthrough video. I wanted to show you guys how this game works when you add all of the modules from the expansion. And I gotta say, let's start with the new nation, the SHAEF, which stands for, let's see, it stands for module number 5. It stands for, where is it? Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force. It was commanded by General Eisenhower, who led the Allied forces in Europe. European theater of operations included the American, British, Canadian, Free French, and other allied countries. So that's the first module, and I'm not going to use that anymore. I think that's more tailored to co-op games. I think the text here back was a little bit strange. All units, including yours, gain 4 soldiers. I mean, with other nations, you get 8 soldiers because it says your unit gains 4 and another gains 4. So it's just a very thin line. What am I supposed to do with the rules? I don't like the RWBs with it. I don't like the pink dice or the pink unit marker. So I'm not going to play with this one. But it's nice to have if you play co-op and you want to add a 5th player. Then it's nice, but I don't play co-op. So for me, it's not nice. You have the golden die. And I mean, for me, it doesn't matter. It's just some more content for the game. They don't add any complexity, so I don't mind them. I just feel like the items, the award, and the new specialist, which is the general, all the units replace one of their dice with a gold die. units still roll 6 during phase 1. I think it's more tailored toward co-op. I think those items, awards, and specialists can be very powerful in co-op, but it feels like in solo they're a little bit underpowered. I wish they would have made, if they're gonna keep making this co-op, because I mean most player, according to Boardgame Geek, the vast majority plays solo. I think it would be cool if they actually made the game split into like one co-op mode, one solo mode. So you have one solo rulebook. You don't have to read it as if you're playing co-op, because that complicates things. And then the cards, one card for co-op, one for solo. And then make the solo cards a little bit better, because otherwise you can use two-hand. I can play co-op with 2 or 3 or more unit markers and, you know, have an easier time conquering the beach. So I'm gonna keep playing with the golden dice because they don't add any complexity, so there's no reason for me not to use them. But yeah, I mean, I'm not super impressed by them. And then let's get rid of this stuff. And then the next module is gonna be the war heroes. And I think the war heroes are really nice. I think they don't, again, they don't add any complexity. But you know, they give the player some more choice. Do I want to sacrifice more stars and a soldier to get this one with a slightly better effect? I think that's fun. Expands upon the game, expands upon the player choices without adding complexity. Another great one. And again, the only negative thing with this one is that many of the cards are tailored. I actually removed about something like 8 cards because they were 100% only usable in co-op. But again, then you have stuff like this one, you know, the sharpshooter may ignore the effects of one skull. You can sacrifice to permanently add the effect to your sector. That's not really useful at all in any way in solo play. So, you know, all units can ignore skulls here. So I wish there were more, again, more solo focus on D-Day dice. And what do we have more? We have Way to Hell. Well, I think, again, Way to Hell is a great little mini game. I think it's fun. I think it doesn't really add too much complexity and too much playtime because it's very quick playing. But it's, you know, it's fun. Those are the positive things. And the bad thing is that it's really... It could just be like roll 3d6. Whatever number you have will be your starting soldiers, and half of that will be your item points. So, okay, I will start with 12 soldiers and 6 item points, because it's so random that it doesn't really matter too much what you do. The only thing you control is which route you take, which is kind of obvious, the right choice, and of course which dice you decide to lock. And I mean, if you roll really bad, well, you're gonna roll really bad, so it's out of your hands. If you get shelled 2-3 times, it's over. If you get shelled 0 times, well, you're gonna have an advantage, but it's out of your control. So that's the positive and good things with Way to Hell, and that leads us to the final one, which is the special missions and the field promotions. And I did enjoy this special mission. I thought it was fun. It was cool to get a reward with the field promotion and a random award. However, I will say this, that I feel like the war stories kind of make the special missions unnecessary, because the war stories are really fun. You get those obviously in the war stories expansion pack, and I think with the war stories you already have one special mission, one goal besides conquering the bunker. Adding the special mission to that, I feel like it's gonna be too much. And then imagine that in the Atlantic Val expansion you have the battlefield conditions, so adding that, it's gonna be even more, you know, chaotic. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not gonna say that it's gonna suck. I'm gonna try on camera and give you my thoughts, and you can see for yourself how it goes. But my general feeling is that special missions, they're nice and fun, but if you have the War Stories expansion, likely they are a bit too much if you have the War Stories. So that's what I'll say with them. So I'm probably gonna keep using. All of the modules. Way to Hell, not sure yet, not 100%. Perhaps only with the beach maps. But I'm gonna keep using the special missions. They're kind of fun. Makes it more difficult. But I'm not gonna keep using this one. This is the only module I feel like. I don't feel like I never need to use that again because. It's not a good fit for me. It's not a good solo nation. And there you have it, guys. There you have D-Day Dice expansion Way to Hell with all the modules played on Omaha Beach, just to make it a little bit simpler. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Next week, we'll keep playing D-Day Dice 2nd Edition. We're going to keep playing this expansion pack, and we're not going to play one of the standard maps. We are going to move to map number 13, which is one of the new maps that comes in the Way to Hell expansion. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that next video. Also, don't forget to comment and like the video. Oh man, I could see now I should have lost a Minesweeper here, but I didn't. No, I never moved here. Okay, never mind. I'm sure there's some other mistake I committed that you will let me know. Yeah, don't forget to comment. Did I do some mistake? I'm sure I did, because there's so many moving parts in this game. It's almost impossible not to do a few tiny mistakes. I call that fog of war, and it's completely okay, completely natural. Also, don't forget to like the video. If you want to help me a little bit extra, you can become a supporting member of the channel for only $2.99 a month, or you can do a one-time donation with PayPal. You'll find my PayPal address in the video description, or you can just use YouTube Super Thanks. Guys, thank you for watching. See you next time.